Member to the bank family, Jason Bass. Jason has joined the Bank of Salem lending staff and will be a valuable addition to their team. Stop by the Bank of Salem at the Crossroads location at 1001 South Main Street. Say hello to Jason and make him feel welcome. The Bank of Salem, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at your noon hour weather forecast. Showers with thunderstorms are possible after 4 p.m. Chance of precipitation today is 80%. New rainfall amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 inch are possible. We'll have temperature falling to around 65 degrees by 5 this evening. Easterly winds will be 5 to 7 miles per hour, becoming northerly this afternoon. Tonight, showers are likely and possibly a thunderstorm before 7 p.m. Then a chance of showers and thunderstorms between 7 and 1. Chance of precipitation tonight is 60%. New rainfall amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 inch are possible. Skies will be mostly cloudy tonight with low around 52 and north winds will be 3 to 7 miles per hour. We expect partly sunny skies tomorrow that'll gradually become sunny with a high temperature near 74 degrees. Northwest winds tomorrow will be 8 to 11 miles per hour with gusts as high as 21 miles per hour. Then tomorrow night, skies will be clear with low around 53. Westerly winds will be around 6 miles per hour. Our weekend's going to start out on Saturday with sunny skies and a high near 81. Winds will be out of the northwest at 6 to 10 miles per hour with gusts as high as 18 miles per hour. Saturday night, skies should be mostly clear with low around 58. Then Sunday will be sunny again with a high near 83. Sunday night should be mostly clear with low around 58 degrees. Then Monday, the first Monday in June, will be sunny with a high temperature near 84 degrees. Monday night, partly cloudy skies are in the forecast with a low around 62. Then we do have a chance of showers on Tuesday with mostly sunny skies and a high near 84. Tuesday night, we'll have a chance of showers and thunderstorms with mostly cloudy skies and low temperature around 66 degrees. And Wednesday, a chance of showers with partly sunny skies and a high temperature near 84 degrees. And that's your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it's now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Receive Brownfield's latest national and state news, markets, and weather in your email inbox. Sign up for Brownfield's Agriculture Today e-newsletter at brownfieldagnews.com. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. I talk a lot about the importance of community on this program. This season of destructive weather across the heart of our country has seen many of you stepping up and reaching out to help a neighbor. I recently talked about the importance of volunteer fire departments. Although the makeup of a department varies widely across the Midwest geography, it's common to have several farmers who serve as volunteer firefighters. In many cases, farmers that are not officially firefighters step up to help when needed. Their tractors, tillage equipment, bulldozers, skid steers, and other equipment can be used to create fire breaks or clear paths for fire trucks and other emergency vehicles to get through to an area. Farmers know the land. Although GPS has helped to change the game for the better in many areas, a farmer's knowledge of the local terrain can be invaluable. Generations deep in the area, they're more likely to know the location and how to get to where a 911 caller reports an emergency on the south side of the fence line between the old Barton Farm and Sally Jones Back 40. In a drought year especially, farmers who can have water on wheels for their own farm's protection, but many times you will find them hauling that water to help a neighbor in need. Whether it's controlling fires, cleaning up after flooding or destructive winds, more times than not, you'll find a farmer and their family members smack dab in the middle of the mess, helping in every way they can. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
Black vultures can be harmful to livestock operations across Missouri.
The range of black vultures have generally been in the southern part of the United States, but as their range has expanded into Missouri, the number of conflicts has been increasing over time.
Mitigation efforts are available through the USDA.
One of the main tools that we use is a black vulture effigy, and we have those on hand. If you have a pasture where you're calving, we can hang a couple of these up around the edges of the pastures, and that'll scare those birds off. We bring pyrotechnics and other tools to harass vultures off the site. Lasers can work very well. We also carry all the permits to do lethal removals if necessary. If you have a calf that was deceased and you don't know what caused it, or you suspect that it could have been a black vulture that killed that, we can come out on site and provide a necropsy free of charge. The funding for that work is provided through the Missouri State Legislature to the Department of Agriculture, no cost to the landowner.
Find out more at agriculture.mo.gov.
Have you checked out the Country Mart website at www.tcmarkets.com? If not, you really need to. You'll find their weekly specials, coupons, inside the store information, and also tasty recipes from TC Markets on there as well. Plus, don't forget to like Country Mart's Facebook page. Like or comment on it for a chance to win something from the deli, and the winner will be announced on Wednesday each week. Just another reason to shop at Country Mart in Salem.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at Advanced Chiropractic, Jet Tires and Auto, Salem Bowling Center, and Terrell's Complete Auto Care, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Town Screen in Salem.
Direct cash cattle trade was quiet and cash hogs had no comparison. Good morning, I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. Brought to you by Propane. The Propane Farm Research Program offers compensation for using propane equipment. More information is available at propane.com/PFRP. Direct cash cattle trade was relatively quiet Wednesday. Bids did surface in Kansas at $220 live and in Nebraska at $365 stressed. A few asking prices were noted at $222 live in parts of Texas, but the rest of cattle country was quiet. Significant trade volume will likely hold out until the last part of the week. At the Ozarks Regional Stockyards in Missouri, feeder steers and heifers were steady. Steer and heifer calves were steady to weak. The USDA says demand was moderate on a very light supply. Medium and large one feeder steers, 502 to 538 pounds, brought $380 to $405. Feeder steers, 884 pounds, brought $275. Medium and large one feeder heifers, 667 to 676 pounds, brought $300 to $304. Box beef closed sharply higher and higher with solid demand for decent offerings. Choice up $357 at $365.42. Select was 91 cents higher at $351.74. Estimated cattle slaughter was 119,000 head, down 1,000 on the week and down more than 5,000 on the year. Cash hogs had no comparison. With solid negotiated purchases, processors were a little more aggressive in their procurement efforts Wednesday and moved more numbers. Demand for U.S. pork on the global market has been strong, and that's helping provide price support. China did start making purchases of pork again last week. The industry is optimistic that domestic demand would see a boost with the return of the summer grilling season. Barrows and Gilts at the National Daily Direct had a base range of $87 to $102 and a weighted average of $98.29. The Iowa, Minnesota had a weighted average of $100.07, and the Western Corn Belt had a weighted average of $99.85. Pork values closed lower, down $1.33 at $102.40. Bellies were sharply lower. Loins, hams, picnics, and butts were also lower. And estimated hog slaughter was 490,000 head, up 5,000 on the week and up about 6,500 on the year. At the CME, live and feeder cattle were lower, waiting on the week's direct business to develop. And lean hog futures ended the day mixed, mostly higher on spread trade, watching demand. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
Protect your livestock from black vultures. Get your depredation permit from Missouri Farm Bureau. Davin Altoff tells us how.
So if a producer sees a black vulture on their farm, I would highly encourage them to reach out to us at Missouri Farm Bureau. There's two ways that a producer can reach us. We have an email address, blackvultures@mofb.org, blackvultures@mofb.org, or they can reach us at 573-893-1417. 573-893-1417. I process the application and try to get them an approval letter as quickly as I can. And once they receive the approval letter, that is their permit in hand for them to be able to activate. That means they have the ability to take up to 10 black vultures.
The permit process is free, quick, and easy. Find out more at agriculture.mo.gov. agriculture.mo.gov.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today. Be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Bonita Ehlers, age 78, of Licking, passed away May 23rd. A memorial visitation is planned for Friday from 2 to 4 at the Fox Funeral Home in Licking for friends and family of Bonita Ehlers. And all arrangements for Bonita Ehlers of Licking are under the direction of the Fox Funeral Home of Licking. Imogene Wynn of Cordova, Tennessee, formerly of Cuba, Missouri, passed away Saturday, November 30th, at the age of 91 years. Memorial graveside services for Imogene Wynn will be Saturday, May 31st at 10:30 at the Steelville Cemetery. Interment will follow immediately after graveside services on Saturday at that Steelville Cemetery. And all arrangements for Imogene Wynn, formerly of Cuba, Missouri, are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. Mary Catherine Ponzer Gingles, formerly of Rolla, passed away Sunday, February 16th at the age of 35 years. Memorial services for Mary Catherine Ponzer Gingles will be Saturday, May 31st at 12 noon at the Rolla Chapel of James Gar Mortuary. Visitation for family and friends of Mary Gingles will be at the chapel also on Saturday from 10 a.m. until service time at 12 noon. And will be at the Lake Spring Cemetery. Memorials are suggested to the education for her daughter, Seraphine Gingles. And all arrangements for Mary Catherine Ponzer Gingles, formerly of Rolla, are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Rolla. David Martin Ponzer, formerly of Rolla, passed away Sunday, February 16th at the age of 64 years. Memorial services for David Ponzer will be Saturday, May 31st at 12 noon at the Rolla Chapel of James Gar Mortuary, with visitation also on Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. and continual service time at 12 noon. And to be at the Lake Spring Cemetery. Memorials are suggested to the education for granddaughter, Seraphine Gingles. And all arrangements for David Martin Ponzer, formerly of Rolla, are under the direction of the James Gar Mortuary of Rolla. Lorraine Inez Brown of Owensville, Missouri, formerly of Cherryville, passed away Monday, May 26th, at the age of 92 years. Funeral services for Lorraine Brown will be Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville, with visitation for family and friends of Lorraine Inez Brown Friday afternoon and evening from 4 until 8 at the Britton Bennett Funeral Home in Steelville. Interment will be at the Freeman Cemetery in Cherryville. Memorials may be given to the Freeman Cemetery. Envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Lorraine Inez Brown of Owensville, formerly of Cherryville, are under the direction of the Britton Bennett Funeral Home of Steelville. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements, and it was brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your Oil Today has been serving Denton County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Denton County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
It is now time for a look at local news, and it's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. SBU's Salem Campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Denton County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU's Salem Campus today at 501 South Grand Street, or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. The Salem Board of Aldermen will hold a special meeting this evening at 6 o'clock at the Old City Hall Auditorium at 202 North Washington. After the agenda is approved, the board will go into closed session to discuss actions of litigation. Following the closed session, the board will hear a request for utility from Terry Perkins before they discuss Bill number 3662 that repeals Chapter 700, Division 3, Section 700.230 due to updates to Section 710. After that, the board will discuss 9 bills from Bill 3663 to Bill number 3671 that establish a user charge system for the City of Salem's wastewater system to provide funds needed to pay for all expenses associated with the wastewater system. The meeting will then be adjourned. The open portion of the special meeting of the Salem Board of Aldermen tonight will be open to the public. Merrimack Regional Planning Commission is seeking public input from roadway users for region-wide safe streets and roads for all to help create a regional safety action plan. The public is encouraged to take a short survey on how individuals utilize transportation and safety concerns with the roadway systems in their county of residence. It is crucial for the public to take these surveys because it directly impacts the safety and effectiveness of transportation infrastructure in each of our communities. The online surveys by county are for Denton County, and that URL is mrpsurveys.typeform.com/S 4 ADENT. For Phelps County, mrpcsurveys.typeform.com/S 4 APHELPS, and for Crawford County, mrpcsurveys.typeform.com/S 4 ACRAWFORD. In 2023, MRPC was awarded a Safe Streets and Roads for All grant from the United States Department of Transportation. Established in 2022, the program funds planning and implementation activities to prevent deaths and serious injuries on roadways. The Safety Action Plan is being developed for the Merrimack region, which includes Crawford, Dent, Gasconade, Marys, Osage, Phelps, Pulaski, and Washington counties. The draft plan will be completed by the end of 2025, with the final plan to be submitted in March of 2026. For more information, please contact Ann Friend at AFRIEND, that's AFREAND, at merrimackregion.org, or Senior Community Development Specialist Orrin Pogue at OPOGUE at merrimackregion.org. You can also call MRPC at 573-265-2993. City of Salem Board of Aldermen held a public hearing for public comments regarding sewer rates and changes. The meeting was held Tuesday evening at 6 o'clock at the Old City Hall Auditorium located at 202 North Washington. Several citizens approached the podium referencing an email that was sent to members of the board prior to the meeting with questions from members of the community. The Board of Aldermen clarified that the public hearing was to listen to comments or concerns from citizens, and that they will not be answering any questions, though Alderman Letchworth did state that someone will take the time to reply to the email that was sent at a later time. With no other comments from the public, the meeting adjourned to executive session before reconvening for the regular meeting. After approving the consent agenda, the board approved a bid from Pierce Asphalt, LLC in the amount of $113,664 for hot mix asphalt to be used to pave and repair East Kaufman, West 1st Street, and South Oak Street, including a 2-inch overlay. The project will be paid for out of the Special Street Fund. The board also approved a bid from Key Equipment in St. Louis for $9,433.77 to repair the city's 11-year-old street sweeper, which has been non-operational for several weeks. During new business, the board voted to approve ordinance number 3654, amending the water rates. Alderwoman Catherine Dent dissented. The base rate for customers within city limits will increase from $6 to $8, with the rate per 1,000 gallons rising from $5.39 to $7.50. Customers outside of city limits will see the base rate increase from $12 to $16, with the volume rate per 1,000 gallons rising from $6.78 to $9.49. Commercial manufacturers averaging over 350,000 gallons will have a base rate of $8 and a volume rate of $4.86 per 1,000 gallons. The request for utilities by Terry Perkins was tabled until a meeting can be had with the city's attorney, James Weber. The Fireworks Committee requests to close the city park to drive-through traffic on the 4th of July, allowing access only to pedestrians and vendors, was approved unanimously. The board approved bills number 3654 through 3657, all regarding amending sections of the utility policy to remain in line with the current policy and correct clerical errors and typos. Before the reports by city officials, the board heard the first readings of bills 3662 and through 3671 regarding sewer rate codes 710.290 through 710.430 and the repeal of section 700.230. During reports of city officials, Public Works Director Steve Payne stated that the wastewater treatment plant continues to prepare for construction. The department is also working on replacing street lights, completing submitted work orders, and conducting street painting projects as weather permits. City Administrator Sally Burbidge encouraged citizens to sign up for the city's text blast service, but noted that the message delivery is based on the phone number's originating area code. As a result, phone numbers originating in different time zones will receive messages at different times than those originating in Central Standard Time. The next regular meeting of the City of Salem Board of Aldermen will be held June 10th in the auditorium and is open to the public. 3 people died in traffic crashes over the 2025 Memorial Day weekend counting period, which began at 6 Friday evening, May 23rd, and continued through 11:59 Monday night, May 26th. Missouri State Highway Patrol troopers investigated 182 traffic crashes involving 83 injuries and 3 fatalities over the holiday weekend. The patrol also made 78 DWI arrests. There were 3 boating crashes resulting in no injuries. The patrol made no boating while intoxicated arrests during the counting period. During last year's 2024 counting period, the patrol investigated 275 traffic crashes, which included 161 injuries and 7 fatalities. Also over the 2024 Memorial Day holiday, Marine troopers investigated 7 boating crashes, which included known fatalities and 7 injuries. Troopers made 128 driving while intoxicated arrests and 6 boating while intoxicated arrests. No one drowned over the 2024 Memorial Holiday. Last year, statewide, there were 10 people who died and 486 were injured in 1,046 vehicle crashes on all Missouri roadways. Well, Friday evening, May 30th, from 5 until 7, there will be a native grass pasture walk in Davisville with FFA student activity starting at 4 o'clock. Everyone will meet at the Davisville Bridge, that's crossing Hoosiaw Creek on Crabtree Road at 4:45. Attendees will consolidate into high-clearance vehicles to proceed to the farm at 5 o'clock. The purpose of the walk is to see how a working cattle operation uses native grasses for summer forage. Attendees can learn about established and new stands of native grasses and forage production. Information on cost share opportunities for your farm and different ways to establish native grasses will be provided. You can still register for the walk by calling Rachel Hopkins, the Extension Ag Business Specialist, at 573-438-3671. or by registering online at muext.us/pasturewalk-Davisville. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU's Salem campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU's Salem campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, criminal justice, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student. You may call 573-729-7071.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
The Doe Run Company is an industry leader in responsible mining and metal production. Operating one of the world's largest lead mining districts and single-site lead battery recycling centers, Doe Run's minerals and metals are the foundation of products and services that deliver essential power in a sustainable and safe manner every day. Learn more today by visiting doerun.com and see how we deliver minerals and metals to power the world.
Are you a renter that has always dreamed of owning your own home but aren't sure where to start? Town & Country Bank can help. With our local lending team, Town & Country Bank has been helping renters make their dreams come true by giving them the tools they need to own their very own home. I'm Andrew Wynn with Town & Country Bank. Stop by today and let us help you take the first step to home ownership. Town & Country Bank, smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS 899641.
Start your summer with a weekend showdown. Shohei Ohtani and the Los Angeles Dodgers roll into Busch Stadium June 6th through the 8th. Be there Friday for a cool new promo, the first ever Cardinals neck fan. Perfect for hot game days. Then on Sunday, young fans 15 and under take home a Rawlings Kids Glove. It's a weekend of big matchups and big giveaways. Get your tickets now at cardinals.com/promotions.
This is Mason Wynn, St. Louis Cardinals for the Lou.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The St. Louis Cardinals and the Baltimore Orioles wrapped up their three-game series yesterday after a short weather delay. The Orioles were able to score 3 runs before a Jordan Walker single brought in a pair of runs in the fourth. St. Louis took the lead in the fifth and never looked back, securing the 6-4 win. The Cardinals will play the Texas Rangers Friday evening on KSMO Radio. Kansas City Royals hosted the Cincinnati Reds yesterday evening and avoided being swept by a score of 3-2. Kansas City will start a new series Friday against the Detroit Tigers. And that has been a look at local and regional sports, brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Sports, I'm Bill Pollock. The Royals avoided being swept, beating the Reds 3-2, thanks to the pitching of St. Joe, Missouri native Noah Cameron. He picked up his second big league win, pitching into the 7th and allowing just 1 run and doing it in front of a bunch of fans, he joked after the game.
Probably a couple thousand again. No, it was just, friends and family back home, obviously immediate family, and took some pictures, and I told the security guard, this is probably how it's going to be every time I pitch here, so let's get used to it.
Yeah, hopefully the local kid sticks around. You know, he was called up just to fill in for ace Cole Reagans, and according to Elias, Cameron is the second pitcher since 1893 to go at least 6 1/3 innings and allow 1 or fewer runs in his first 4 starts. John Rave picked up his first major league hit, a double in the 5th.
It was probably the loudest roar I've heard in playing sports, so that was pretty cool from the fans, and then just, giving the little double signal hit signal to my teammates was something special. And
Royals are off today. They'll host Detroit tomorrow. The Cardinals pick up another Another come-from-behind win, 6-4 in rainy Baltimore. St. Louis was down 4-3 in the fifth when Brendan Donovan came through against Cade Povich.
3-2. Swing, fly ball, hit well toward right, at the track, at the wall. That baby's gone. Brendan Donovan, you are the father of Mr. Povich. Cardinals take the lead. It's 5-4.
Chip Carey FanDuel poking fun at the Orioles pitcher with a Maury Povich reference. Did you catch that? The Cardinals are off today. They're in Texas tomorrow. Mizzou baseball and softball were bad this year. 13 of the 16 SEC baseball schools have made the NCAA regional tournament. 8 of those schools will be hosting regional games. They'll start play tomorrow. 5 of the 8 schools that make up the Women's College World Series are from the SEC. One side of the bracket, all SEC, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Florida, and Texas playing the first game here at noon. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net.
The best words to hear at the TSA security checkpoint? You're good to go. All it takes is a little preparation. Get to the airport early, bring a carry-on bag that fits in the overhead, and have an acceptable ID. Not all state-issued IDs will cut it. Check out tsa.gov/ID and see which TSA acceptable IDs make the grade, like a real ID or passport.
Before you jet, do a little prep, and you're good to go. Check out tsa.gov/ID or the MyTSA app.
We are the keepers of the wild. For more than 80 years, we've been committed to conserving the natural landscapes that define our nation. Nothing is more important than maintaining wild spaces for adventurers to explore and wildlife to thrive. We are America's hunters and target shooters. Together with firearm, ammunition, and archery manufacturers, we've supported the conservation of more than 36 million acres of American wildlands. For more information, visit outdoorstewards.org.
What's the signature of success in the hay and forage industry? A bale roll with a Vermeer 504R signature baler. Designed for convenience, ease of use, and durability, the working man now has a baler for any operation. Let your baler help you put up the best bales in town with durable components, an aggressive rotor, and a camless wide pickup that features fewer moving parts than ever before. Plus, enjoy peace of mind with a 3-year pickup warranty. The 504R signature baler is truly one of a kind. Visit your Vermeer dealer, Salem Farm Equipment, Highway 19 South in Salem today.
This statement has not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
When it comes to my lifestyle and diet, I don't always make the smartest choices. But when it comes to taking care of my liver, I do make one very smart choice. Active Liver Tablets from New Nordic.
You ask a lot of your liver, so give it the support it needs with Active Liver. Go to NORDICUSA.com, Amazon, or ask for Active Liver at your local CVS. New Nordic.
Real value is more than a fair price. It's quality service, experience, and convenience, too. And it's what you get every time you stop at Napa Auto Parts Store at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem. Get quality Napa parts and accessories you can trust with a knowledgeable staff that can help you find the right parts and answer your questions. And while you're there, check out the monthly specials. Napa Auto Parts at 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem, locally owned since 1946. They extend their best wishes and congratulations to Salem and the surrounding school districts' graduating classes.
Stay tuned to KSMO. I've got news from the Missouri Net coming up in 1 minute, and that'll be followed by your latest KSMO weather forecast after the top of the 1 o'clock hour.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
I'm Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey. Human trafficking is occurring right here in Missouri. You can help combat it by learning the signs of human trafficking and reporting suspicious activity to law enforcement. Victims may appear malnourished, show signs of mental or physical abuse, or avoid social interaction. If you're a victim or know someone who needs help, contact the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-373-7888 or text the word HELP to Be Free. Together, we can fight human trafficking in Missouri.
Brought to you by the Missouri Attorney General's Office.
Missouri Net News. I'm Sue Danielson. The Missouri Department of Higher Education and Workforce Development is dedicating $750,000 for wages to eligible individuals helping with storm cleanup in St. Louis and in southeast Missouri. Cleanup opportunities begin June 1st. 41 Missouri National Guard soldiers are working on St. Louis tornado recovery. A former deputy clerk in a southeast Missouri city is facing charges after an audit turned up nearly $80,000 of inappropriate purchases. The state auditor's office says the report on Kennett in Missouri's Boot Hill region found the former deputy clerk used a city-issued credit card to buy items for herself, including a couple's intimacy game, a TV, and a bottle of rum. Ticks are on the move right now in Missouri. Boone Health Dr. Michael Roach says if you remove one from your skin, get rid of it.
Crush it or make sure that the tick is dead. You could submerge it in water or alcohol. That should kill the tick.
He says the main threats from a tick bite are Lyme disease and Rocky Mountain spotted fever. Missouri Net News.
88% of Missourians buckle up. 88%. On the back